From the Kolkata studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9, powered by Century Laminates, Citroën and Toshiba.
Good evening and welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning an 85-year-old mother in Nimta in Bengal passed away. She died 1 month after she was attacked and brutally attacked. This 85-year-old brutally attacked by people from the Trinamool Congress, and she had said so herself on record. And she said, my only fault was that I told the Trinamool Congress people, don't physically assault my son, and therefore they attacked me. They beat her black and blue. She had head injuries, neck injuries, viewers. So her fault was that she's a BJP worker's mother. And the Lutyens media is quiet about it. It doesn't suit their narrative. You don't get paid $500 to write about things like this in an American rag. Look at the visuals we play carefully today. Follow our debate. The spine-chilling and skin-crawling images show an 85-year-old mother from Nimta with a swollen face, a bruised eye and battered health. You can see the anguish in her eyes. She was pushed. She was beaten 4 or 5 times continuously. And then after being thrashed and beaten, because she's a BJP worker's mother, she was threatened. And what happened to the people who attacked her? They just went away. They got bail. They're out in the open looking for their next victim. The Trinamool Congress dismissed it at fake news. Today, to all the people in the Trinamool Congress, you will have to listen to the words of the victim herself. She named the Trinamool Congress. And this is a state where the Trinamool Congress talks about Ma, Mati, Manush. What hypocrisy. Today, a Ma from Nimta breathed her last. A Ma from Nimta in Bengal died. A Ma died because of severe internal injuries because of the attack on her by Trinamool Congress members. The Trinamool Congress says no, she was just too old and she died. Tonight they must answer. Did an 85-year-old mother not say that she was beaten right after the attack? Is she a liar? Did she not say that I was beaten black and blue horribly by Trinamool Congress people? Why is Mamta Banerjee quiet about this? She says, I don't support any death. Mamta Banerjee, what are you talking about? You don't support any death? It's the victim's version, Mamta Banerjee. The gut-wrenching pictures of the injury, the son's testimony. He came to the studios of Republic Bangla and broke down. How can you pretend to be in denial? Can there be anything more cruel? Forget the politics of it all. Today, there must be justice for Nimta's Ma, and that's our hashtag tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, there has to be at some point of time a point where we say this much and no further. What's happening in Bengal is beyond worrying. It's ghastly right now. Ghastly, ladies and gentlemen. That's debate number 1 tonight. I have all the facts here with me. That's debate number 1 tonight. And debate number 2 this evening, viewers. We have more details which make us... There is a focus on another person working very, very closely with Sachin Waze. His name is Riaz Qazi. He's trying to get away by becoming an approver. His role is very, 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 very suspect. Riazuddin Qazi is his name, ladies and gentlemen. Demands for his arrest is too. And here are the headlines, viewers, this Monday evening on the debate tonight. "85-year-old mother of BJP worker from Nimta dies a month after she was brutally assaulted by the Trinamool Congress workers." Home Minister and BJP President blame the Trinamool Congress for the death of Bengal's daughter Shova Majumdar. She had directly named the Trinamool Congress for assaulting her. The Trinamool Congress denies it. Are they questioning the victim's version now? Super clash in Nondigram. Amit Shah to campaign for Shubhendu Adhikari on Tuesday. Republic investigation team blows the cover of Waze team. Focus now shifts to his controversial right-hand man called Riazuddin Qazi. Besides Riazuddin Qazi, how many more officers were part of the Waze syndicate? Sources say more arrests are likely. Ladies and gentlemen, exactly a month back, Shova Majumdar, 85-year-old and mother of a BJP worker, was brutally assaulted. A group of Trinamool Congress workers attacked her. They beat her brutally on her head, on her neck, and all over. She died today. And not without a testimony. But that testimony seems to carry no weight in Bengal. Shova Majumdar, 85-year-old, had directly named the Trinamool Congress for the brutal assault on her. But today, those who assaulted her, those who are therefore her murderers, are out in the open. They are completely free. They've been given bail. There are no charges against them. But her death this morning, 1 month after this brutal assault, has shocked the entire country. Bengal is in a state of absolute shock. It's almost as if the images today of Shova Majumdar's body being carried out have become an emblem of the situation in Bengal. The Trinamool Congress has to answer if they would still question the version of the victim. Here are the facts of the case, and then tonight we'll debate.
Okay, মাথায় বাড়ি দিয়েছে।
কারা মেরেছে?
ওই তৃণমূলরা মেরেছে।
আপনাকে কি করেছে?
আমাকে ঘাড় ধাক্কা দিয়েছে। আমারও দুটো গা গুঁতো দিয়েছে।
আপনার মুখে মেরেছে বলে শুনলাম।
মুখে মেরেছে, এই যে আমাকেও মেরেছে।
কখন এসেছিল রাতে ওরা?
ভোর 4:30।
যাই হোক, আপনি কি ভয় পেয়েছেন?
হ্যাঁ, আমাকে খুব 2-4টে মেরেছে আমাকেও। আমি ভয় পেয়েছি কি আমার তো পরিস্থিতি এরকম।
On February 28th, Shova Majumdar, mother of BJP worker from Nimta, had claimed attack on her by TMC men. 29 days after the attack, the 85-year-old mother passed away.
আমার জন্য আমার মার মৃত্যু হলো। আমি যদি আজকে বিরোধী রাজনীতি না করতাম, ওরা তো ঘরেও ঢুকতো না, আমাকেও মারতো না, মাও চিল্লাতো না, মার কাটেও ওরা যেত না, মারেও ওরা মারতো না, বলে তো আর এই টমরটাই হতো না।
The doctor's note mentions cardiorespiratory failure and severe internal head and face injury due to the trauma 1 month back. This note is crucial because the death comes just 4 days after she was discharged from the hospital.
ममता बेगम को पूछ लीजिए, उनकी गुंडा ने किया तो 85 ईयर्स ओल्ड 66 साल के एक इसको बांग्ला में बोलता है वो कैंपेन कर रहा है.
While Amit Shah has pinned the blame on TMC and BJP chief has called Shova Majumdar Bengal's own daughter, here's how the ruling party is questioning the victim's version.
আজকে অমিত শাহ হোম মিনিস্টার যদি কোনো বোন মারাও যায় আমি জানি না কেন মারা গেছে কি করে মারা গেছে আমি যে কোনো মৃত্যুকে কন্ডেম করি আমি কোনো মৃত্যুকে সাপোর্ট করি না
BJP what they have to do they have nothing to do a death has occurred they are trying to politicize the issue would condemn this politicization of death the lady died of old age and illness.
So based on the facts so far, was 85-year-old Shova Majumdar beaten or not? Is TMC trying to say Nimta Ma was lying about attack? Is TMC saying Nimta victim lied about her injuries? Let's debate.
Rupa Ganguly, Shishir Bajoria, M.R. Venkatesh, Shazia Ilmi, Shubhrashta, Saira Shah Halim, Anirban Banerjee, Pradipta Mukherjee, Namrata Kothari and Dr. Palash Bandyopadhyay, political analyst who supports the Trinamool Congress. The facts are absolutely clear. Absolutely clear. 85-year-old Shova Majumdar said totally without doubt, she said that I was beaten by the Trinamool Congress. She said that the Trinamool Congress goons came at 4:30 in the morning. She said that the Trinamool Congress goons wanted to beat my son, attack my son and kill him. So before they attacked him, I said, please don't beat my son. And then they beat me. And she described how she was beaten on the neck, all over the body and on the head by the Trinamool Congress goons. She has said so on record. It's unbelievable that after this, all that Mamta Banerjee has to say is that I don't support any death. All that Mamta Banerjee says today is, I want to start with Rupa Ganguly and Pradipta on the debate. I don't support any death. What are you talking about, Mamta Banerjee? What do you mean I don't support any death? And then she quickly went away and she wants to discuss Hathras, and her spokespersons put up statistics of crimes against women in other states. Shall we speak about this specific instance? How low has politics fallen? An 85-year-old lady dies due to a thrashing she got from Trinamool Congress goons. There is not even a detailed response. Look at her bruised eye. You want it to be covered up, Pradipta. How much should people cover? Should people cover her anguish? You know, her son came, and I'll show you the pictures. He broke down in the studio of Republic Bangla today. He just broke down. I don't know if you saw it, Rupa. Everybody across Bengal, when her son came today, and this entire incident was covered up by the Bengal media till Republic Bangla picked it up and told the real story. Everything is covered up here. You want to cover one side of the story because Republic Bangla is showing the truth, therefore you're forced to put out this, her anguish, her swollen face and her voice. Pradipta, she said, did she not, that I was beaten by Trinamool Congress people? And she said, I'm scared. Look at her eyes, swollen, beaten on the left-hand side. Was she beaten or not? Who beat her, Pradipta? Who beat her? You tell me. You tell Rupa.
I demand a neutral, judicial.
Next
I demand for a neutral judicial thing here.
Next morning, when
Neutral?
people
Judicial?
went to
1
complain
minute.
with the Thana,
Is Shova
First thing
Majumdar
they
not
said
neutral? She's died.
that
There can be no
Yes,
version more
yes.
neutral than that of the victim. Rupa.
No, her main fault was she's a mother of an opposition party worker. That's the main fault. It's not important that she's a mother. It's important that she's a mother of a person, of a boy or a girl or whoever, who is in opposition political party. That's why she can be raped, she can be brutally murdered, she can be hurt, she can be bashed. She has to endure anything and everything. The next day when everybody went to the police station, first few hours police were not ready to take up the case. Then later on local TMC people came and said just hush it up. They said that she was as it is like this, she used to look like this, she's ill, her face is like this only. Bruised face, दिख रहा है, पूरा लाल हो गया, काला हो गया, and everybody, TMC people said that ये इसका शक्ल ऐसा ही है उनका. मतलब क्या है और ममता बनर्जी भी क्या है समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा है. ये सब चीज ये उनके लोगों को वो रोकना नहीं चाहती है. I don't think she ever wanted to stop these goons from getting into such heinous crimes. I think she never ever wanted to, because from the day one she came into power, she thought that these goons are her biggest support. These goons are her biggest mechanism, tool for which she has to win the next election. She never thought of taking any correctional step to correct the state affairs of West Bengal. She never, being a home minister, being a chief minister, I don't know what to say. She should have resigned much before.
It's unbelievable. It's
How
the
many
lowest
deaths?
point today, I'm telling you.
कितने खून लेंगे वो?
It's the lowest point today. Rupa, I want to play today because all through I just came from the Republic Bangla program, Job Chai Bangla, and this afternoon when her son came and my co-anchor Meenakshi was interviewing her, the people in the newsroom were breaking down. This has gone beyond politics, but this is just brazen. It's just brazen. She says, Mamta Banerjee, I don't know how she has died. I don't support her death. You don't support her death? Your people killed her. Your people attacked her. And the question is, because the section of the media was directly or indirectly controlled for a long time, therefore these things would not come out. This particular case becomes more poignant because she's 85. And Saira Shahalin, people like you should speak up today. It is not secular. You people hide behind
I have condemned it, Arnab.
this mask of secularism. I am telling you today, it is not secular to kill an 85-year-old mother of a BJP worker. It is not secular. Are you hearing me today? Where are your processions? Where are your processions? Why don't you go out on the streets? You wait for this incident to fade from public memory. I tell you, it will not. It will not fade from the memory of the people of Bengal or the people of this country. It will not fade from our collective memories. It will remain ingrained as it should in yours as well. You have no idea about the anger across Bengal today. Anger across Bengal today.
Judicial proof will prove that it's not a Trinamool miscreants. They are not Trinamool miscreants. If some drunken people...
Who killed her? You tell me today, Pradipto. I am telling you, the people who killed her, are they free or not?
I am the local.
Are they under political protection or not?
And please go to the neighborhood and ask the people of the living beside him, their house. It's a miscreant.
What do you mean?
Some miscreants who...
I want Shazia to come in. I'll open up the debate. Miscreant. This word miscreant, the miscreant was from the Three No More Congress.
That is why I am demanding a neutral judicial probe, Arnab.
So No, I don't know. First of all, sir, I really want
Appointed
to say
by your government.
that these TMC goons are some sort of sadistic brutes.
From Supreme
Sadistic
Court. Please,
brutes.
do it from Supreme
And that they hit an old woman, an octogenarian. All of us were so deeply affected by this. We changed our DP pictures for a long, long time. And we cannot believe that this is happening. I don't know why editorials are not being written, why Justice for Shova kind of programs and campaigns are not being held right now and are being led. But I really think that, you know, all the murderers, all the assaulters should be charged with Section 302. They are murderers.
Because it suits your politics.
And how can you hit an old
All
woman?
you want are corpses
Politics
of
aside.
Bengalis.
Politics
All
aside.
you want are corpses
Politics
of Bengalis.
aside.
No matter how they die.
Do you know
No
what
matter
Derek
how
O'Brien
they die.
said? Derek
Do you
O'Brien
have
said
the
that
courage
this is
to
an
come
allergy.
up with the truth?
Derek O'Brien
Do
said
you
this is an
have
allergy.
the courage
This looks like an
to
allergy.
come up with the
you
truth?
think this old lady
Shazia,
was
you
making
don't
up
have
a
the
story?
courage.
And you
Your
know what
fake
TMC
news
workers said?
industry,
That her
your
own son
fake
beat
news
her up.
industry
You see how
runs
badly
on
the
these
son was
kind of
beaten
false
up.
propaganda.
I followed every
All
bit
you
of this
want are
story.
corpses.
Shame on you.
All you
This
want
death will
are
haunt you.
corpses.
This
One
murder
after
will haunt
other
you
Bengalis
and your
will die,
future.
and you will
This murder
politicize
will
those
haunt you.
deaths. That
And
is all
this
you
will
want.
be like a curse.
At any cost,
This will
you
be like a
want to
curse
win
on
the
you and
elections,
each one of
no
you.
matter the cost.
I'm telling you,
no matter
I'm
how
telling you
many
from
corpses
the,
of
from
Bengalis
the
are
depth of
presented
my heart.
to you, you are not
It is
satisfied.
so sad. What has
False
politics done to you?
allegations after false
You are
allegations. You do
You
not
are
stop.
inhuman. You
One
are
dead body
monsters of the
after
worst
the other.
kind.
You do not stop.
You are monsters
You
of the
want
worst
Bengalis
kind.
to die
The
for
sadism,
your own
the political
vulture brand of
sadism.
I am
politics.
asking you one more time.
This is the dirtiest.
Shishir,
this is the
1 minute.
This is
I
the
can't see the guests on the left, please. 1 second.
politics.
Anirban, you are calling. You were there on my Bengali program. You were there on Jawab Chai Bangla a while back, and I can see the guest, please. Anand, can I see the guest, please? There's a reaction that has come in from Smriti Irani. In just a minute, I'll play that out. I want you to just wait and reflect for a moment. And while you wait,
Right now, you know, I can't.
and while you reflect, can I have the guests in, please? I can't see the guests. Anand. While you wait and reflect, I am asking the people of Bengal today. The Trinamool Congress has not owned up to the fact that the attack on Shova Majumdar were by people from their party. First, we'll have to settle that. For remorse to set in, there must be acceptance first. Am I right, Amar?
Yes, Arnab.
If there is no acceptance, there will be no remorse.
No.
Then you speak technically like this.
Facts.
Then you'll speak technically like this.
Facts.
There has to be first, without you first accept the fact that your people killed Bangla's Ma.
Your government is responsible.
MR is on the debate. MR. MR and Palash Bandyopadhyay. MR.
That is the truth. And for 1 month you have done damn little. That is the problem. And the problem is, sir, that don't give me grandmother statement.
Palash, wait a minute. Palash, I'll come to you. Wait a minute. Let MR complete.
He is on Mamta's hands. Please understand that. No, आपने चुप तक तो चुप तक आपने बोल देना आपने एकदम बोल देना मुस्तफा Bachchan, you please keep quiet and listen to me. That the murder of this lady is directly in the hands of Mamta Banerjee. She has lost her Mamta and she is a person who has gone berserk. That the Trinamool Congress is no more a political party. It is filled with goons, filled with mercenaries, filled with people who are there to kill the opponents and their relatives. That is where your party is today. And unfortunately, this party should be recognized by the Election Commission. That is the demand. Your blood is boiling, Arnab. You see a whole frame.
Palash, I have a question for you, Palash. Palash, I have a question for you. I have a question for you. A minute, please. A minute. Let me ask the question. Let me ask a question. Derek O'Brien says death has nothing to do with politics. How can you say that death has nothing to do with politics when Shova Majumdar herself has said, I can't sit or talk. I have been beaten when I was bedridden. They came at 4:30, they kept beating him. Gopal was being beaten. I tried to stop him from being beaten and then they attacked me. They hit me on my head. The death certificate says that it was because of severe trauma to her head and neck, which she could not sustain at the age of 85. She was beaten repeatedly. She said she was scared. I find it unacceptable. I find it morally unacceptable that the Trinamool Congress, your party, even refuses to accept that its goons killed Shova Majumdar. If you ask me today, Mamta Banerjee from stage should have expressed remorse and taken action against Shova Majumdar's murderers who are there from her party. Mamta Banerjee should have insisted, and I repeat here, Mamta Banerjee should have insisted, Shishir Bajoria is also on, Mamta Banerjee should have insisted that there should be a case of murder 302 against those of the Trinamool Congress who attacked this 85-year-old. But she did nothing. Do you think people of Bengal are not watching this response, Palash? You want to know how angry people are? Should we open the phone lines? You want to know how angry people are across Bengal?
Wait.
No. You tell me. Don't take my name 5 times. Tell me, did Shova Majumdar say she was beaten by the Trinamool or not? I have only one question. You are on the debate with Subrashta, but I will ask you only one question. The victim said she was beaten by the Trinamool Congress goons. Did she say so or not? Did she say so or not?
My point is, Arnab, if any particular person who is dying or died, if the one particular point, his last voice is the ultimate justification, then there should not be any judiciary system. That what he or she had said at the time of death or before the death, that should be the last word.
She has said, when she was asked, she has described the incident when the Trinamool workers came in. She has described the episode when the Trinamool people came in and attacked her. What are you talking about? She's described it herself, Palash. You don't believe her even after her death. Even after her death, you will question her.
Investigation, we should take the step.
Even after her death, you will question her. And who will investigate? The same state government which let the goons out.
Secondly,
you say Ma Mati Manush. Is she not Bengal's Ma?
That I have given the example that Bharatiya Janata Party is doing that particular politics
the
over
problem with people like Palash is that they still have politics to do over there.
Subrashta is on the debate.
I don't understand
Subrashta is on the debate.
Person of the TMC, but I just want to ask Mr. Palash one thing. If there was one woman in a BJP ruled state who suffered the fate of Shova Majumdar, would Palash have reacted in the way he's reacting right now? I'm not going to raise my voice in this debate, Arnab, because that would be a huge injustice to a soul, who was physically brutalized and then she died. Shame on Mamata Banerjee. Law and order is a state subject, Palash. If your government has goons who are set out on the leash to prey upon opposition parties, and you guys have no other justification than to say an independent probe, what is your law and order system doing in the state? This is enough ground, Arnab, to hound Mamata Banerjee, a woman herself, who could not see that a probe is invested.
Tara Shahalim, please end your silence. Namrata Kothari, don't remain quiet today. People are judging your response.
And my humble submission in this regard, there was a case of the Dinhata, Amit Sarkar, allegedly murdered by Trinamool Congress. Madam, please listen to me. If this is the case, after the investigation, we have found it is nothing to do with Trinamool Congress. But at that point of time, Bharatiya Janata Party said there is no law and order in the state.
TMC
the Trinamool Congress
is
is killing the Bharatiya Janata Party people, but that is not the case, and it was.
You know what, Mr.
Majumdar?
Let me give you a snapshot as to what
in the house of the Trinamool Congress Party candidate.
Let me give. Palash, don't get so rattled here. Hear me out. Hear a woman out for 30 seconds, Palash.
Before going to
I don't understand. Why are you so rattled, Palash? Palash, I really don't understand why you're so rattled, Mr. Majumdar. You come from Bengal. You know what kind of government that the left party ran. You know the genesis of Mamata Banerjee's politics. Mamata Banerjee piggybacks on goons in order to make political outreach. And I'm really sorry to say, Arnab, that the political consultants who are consulting Mamata Banerjee into this Khela Hobe campaign, they should be equally ashamed. That is that policy consultants today have to justify what kind of a law and order situation there is in Bengal.
Yeah. See, you are saying right now she is bitten by the TMC people. Is there any proof of that? And what is the point that TMC will kill the 35 years
Madam, I'm sorry. As a woman, I take it as a huge affront. I take it as a huge affront that a mother brutalized. She comes out and she says that
you are not seeing the cases of the people. You are not seeing the Delhi, how the farmers are killed, how so many farmers are killed. How these people are not raising the voice. You are raising the voice for the old woman. Whether she is beaten by the TMC or not, is there any proof of that? Without any proof, you are saying that.
And I would want the viewers to reflect on what Mamata Banerjee said at that time.
Namrata, you say today, 1 minute. Namrata, first of all, I want to play a reaction that's just come in from Smriti Irani. I'm just going to play a reaction that's coming from Smriti Irani, please. Can I just play that? I'm taking the debate forward right after this. Let's hear this response. I'm going to come back.
पश्चिम बंगाल में एक 80 साल की वृद्ध महिला को टीएमसी के गुंडों ने बेरहमी से पीटा। उस महिला का कसूर ये कि उसका परिवार, उसका बेटा भारतीय जनता पार्टी का समर्थक है, भाजपा का कार्यकर्ता है। उस महिला को इतनी बेरहमी से मारा गया कि उनकी जान चली गई। पश्चिम बंगाल का ये चुनाव उन अनगिनत महिलाओं को न्याय दिलाने का चुनाव है, जिनका टीएमसी के गुंडाराज के चलते बलात्कार हुआ, शोषण हुआ, जिन्हें मौत के घाट उतारा गया। पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता चेतावनी दे रही है ममता बनर्जी को कि अब बंगाल टीएमसी का गुंडाराज नहीं सहेगा, अब बंगाल अन्याय नहीं सहेगा।
I now want to spend a little time on the facts of the case that was Smriti Irani. Pradipta Mukherjee, my question to you, and please come into the debate with Shazia as well. Your party said that she was lying. Your party said that the 85-year-old victim here, now described as Nimta Ma, Shova Majumdar, your party said she was lying. Your party said her face is swollen because she's not well. Your party said the left part of your face where she was beaten brutally. You said she fell down and you called it fake news, you called her a liar. Now you're saying we must do an inquiry. Did you call her a liar or not? Just tell Shazia that, I'll take it forward.
Look, if Trinamool people hit them, I condemn them. But she must name the people. If she knows that they are Trinamool, she must, and her son must name the people.
She's dead. She's dead.
She must name the people.
She's died.
She must name the people.
You think when she's being beaten, she should ask for...
And
it's ridiculous.
Her son must know the people.
Next you say, I want the PAN numbers of the people.
And you're cruel.
No.
You are such a...
If she
what do you mean her son must know the people?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, definitely. So if they know that they are Trinamool, then why they cannot name the people?
So do not talk nonsense.
If they are taking
stop
the name
talking
that I am
nonsense.
Trinamool, I am killing
Listen,
her, I am beating
Mr.
her.
Whoever you are, stop talking
like
nonsense, apologize and say you're ashamed to be associated with a party of sadistic brutes who beat up an old woman only because her son works for the BJP. Say you're ashamed. You're ashamed to belong to a party of such people with such tendencies of violence that they will not spare an old lady. Say that you hate to be a part
I think Saira people are watching.
That you want these people to go behind the bars. 302. They should be charged with 302.
Saira.
Do not talk nonsense and gobbledygook. Got it? You got it?
Saira, why can't you...
Of course,
Saira.
everybody knows who they are.
I will leave the party.
Don't
I am
talk
declaring you
nonsense
it, madam.
It's a serious matter. An old lady has died. Do you see what those pictures do to most people? Imagine if this happened to your mother.
She can name the people.
Just imagine, for once, I'm sorry, it's very personal. It is very personal for most people. No, I'm asking you.
According
Sir,
to-
I'm asking you. Please,
No, I think Rupa Ganguly is back on the debate. Saira and Rupa Ganguly. Rupa Ganguly, the argument being made is that the onus of proof. I want to ask you one thing. I want to ask you one thing, please. I want to ask you one thing, Saira. Saira, now the time has come, in my view, and I want Rupa and Saira on the debate. See, can I come in, please? You know that while people may have differences in politics, it is very necessary to draw the line. And may I point out to you, Rupa, that 1 minute. May I ask you, Saira? Dr. Fuad Halim had also been brutally attacked by Trinamool goons.
Yes, he was. So I'm
So there is
condemning
a
it.
pattern.
I was not being...
During the Lok Sabha election, Dr. Fuad Halim had been brutally attacked by Trinamool goons. So there is a pattern, and it's time you raise your voice against this pattern instead of trying to find a way to swivel this to the BJP. Yeah, don't swivel this to BJP. I'm telling about the pattern of violence of the Trinamool.
There is a pattern, and I'm calling it out. I said the Trinamool goons have not spared any opposition leader or any opposition. They've been bashing up people. They're bashing up opposition leaders' families. It is gruesome. It is absolutely condemnable, and I think they should be taken to task. This gundaism and this hooliganism has to stop with immediate effect.
Arnab,
yes,
I want to say
thank you
something.
for taking a stand on it,
I just
Saira.
want to remind
Rupa
all of
Ganguly
you
wants
one
to say
thing.
something. We are besieged by calls to the newsroom, Rupa.
I just
Rupa,
want
today
to
we
say
are
something.
besieged by calls
This
to the
is
newsroom from outside
that
Bengal.
is the night.
From all parts of the country, people are calling in. Yes, please, Rupa. Yes, please, Rupa.
That's the night when we had that election announcement. The date's announcement was done the same day. And that very night, whole night, at least 4 to 5 very troublesome, disheartening incidents happened all over West Bengal. This is one of them. I'm just reminding you that they got so angry because they understood that votes will be on 8 phases. That's why Mamta Banerjee reacted. Why 8 phases? They understood that they will not be able to rig the vote as they had planned earlier. So that's why they got so angry. They were just doing anything and everything to hurt people and break all the houses, burning BJP offices. And this is another incident where they don't even stop to hit the mother. We have our mothers, elderly people at different houses, and our aunts and our aunties and uncles. We're still trying to fathom this, accept the fact that they are so unsafe. I just hope, I'm just praying that just somehow this 27th, 28th April gets over, election gets over, and people finally get to have a better place. West Bengal becomes a better place to live in. Thank you.
Yeah, we completely agree with you. This has gone beyond politics. I also call upon all those who look at a Bengal election in terms of political advantage or disadvantage. The moral of the story, Subrashta, I'm coming to you, Subrashta and Anirban will debate one after each other, not on top of each other. I am making a request to everyone in the Lutyens media that do not look at this election in terms of political advantage or disadvantage in your chessboard of your political games, where if you believe if the BJP somehow manages to lose an election, it is advantage you. It is not. It's not about who wins or loses anymore. It's about taking a position on what is right and wrong. This is the way people are being treated in Bengal. People feel helpless. A young girl is assaulted. There is a viewer, there's a video circulating of a young girl who says, my father had gone to save my uncle who was being beaten by party members of the Trinamool Congress. When we went to protect him, we were also beaten. So Trinamool Congress people are beating young women in Bengal openly. They are thrashing them. There is no justice. and a BJP Mahila Morcha leader, you want examples? We, Radharani Noshkar, South Chobbish Pargana, allegedly shot at. Who did the family blame? TMC. What action was taken? A teacher tied up and beaten 4th February 2020. A BJP, a suspended Trinamool Congress Panchayat Deputy Pradhan along with his workers tied up a school teacher, Smriti Kanadas, and beat her up. Beat her up. Women are being beaten. Ma, Mati, Manush, you say. I asked today, and this lady said, when I raised my voice, they caught me and they beat me. And in Delhi, the spin doctors, a pregnant wife of a BJP worker was beaten up on 20th February last year. Again, North Chobbish Pargana. She suffered a miscarriage because she attended, her husband attended a BJP booth level meeting in Tengra. You think people forget? And then these people sitting in Delhi who know nothing about the ground situation in Bengal. They take positions on this. They say this is a battle for secularism. Is this secular? Wasn't a woman who demanded cut money back, was she not raped? You want me to not speak today? Was a woman who demanded her cut money back not raped? Wasn't there a police complaint to this effect? Reached the crescendo.
To understand.
Now
You understand, Anirban?
Yeah, now may I respond?
Arnab, I want to understand. Yes,
now may I
Anirban, you please,
respond? That is the
please
question.
answer my
If you are
question.
asking, I'll tell you.
No, Arnab,
Anirban,
let me finish and then you may begin,
Okay,
please.
go ahead.
Why are we surprised, Arnab? I really
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
understand.
Okay.
This is the same Mamata Banerjee that in the case of Suzette Jordan, and I hope the nation remembers that case. I hope they remember how Qadir Khan, the prime accused, was lauded under her very reign.
I know we
I'm
reported.
sure people in the Lutyens media who fawn over the style statement of Nusrat Jahan know that her ex-boyfriend was involved in that entire
Can I have
case.
the
And what did
guest?
Mamata
I can't
Banerjee have to
see.
say
I
about a woman of her stature? Somebody as great as Suzette Jordan,
Please.
who created history by coming out and speaking about her ordeal out in the open so that other survivors can get justice. She basically, Mamata Banerjee ended up saying that Suzette is lying.
The
So why are we surprised
perpetrators
when we
were
see that in
arrested.
2021,
They were
few
tried by
political
the
consultants
court.
who have
They
been
were
trying to,
sentenced.
create
Each
TMC
and
as this
every-
tiara
each
of
and
a
every
style icon,
perpetrator of
fashionista
these
kind of politics.
incidents,
Anirban,
they were
I'm not
tried
done,
by the
Anirban.
court.
Why can't
They
you give
were
10 seconds? Why
sentenced.
can't you just
They
allow
were
me to speak
sentenced to
10
jail
seconds in
custody.
uninterrupted fashion?
Please come up with the full fact. No, this
What
is
full
not
facts are you
Uttar
talking
Pradesh.
about?
You are
Was
not going
Qadir
to
Khan,
get fake
no, did Qadir
encounters
Khan
here.
not
You
represent
are
the
not going
Washington
to get
constituency?
midnight burning of the
Does-
victim's
okay,
body
did-
here.
Was Qadir
They
Khan
were
not
sentenced according to law.
Did he not represent
They
the
were
Washington
sentenced according
constituency?
to law. This is
Are you
not
trying to
lawless
deny
Uttar
that Nusrat
Pradesh.
Jahan and Qadir Khan,
This is
Nusrat
not
Jahan
lawless
TMC
Uttar
MP?
Pradesh.
Was she not in a relationship with Qadir Khan then? Have you ever heard Nusrat Jahan coming out and saying that she stands with Suzette
My question
Jordan?
now is,
Anirban,
my question is today, will this
Each and every accused in that case
my-
was sentenced according to law. Can you deny that? Can you give me one example from Uttar Pradesh where this has happened?
Why did she not?
You are
Where are her
you
secular
are part of
credentials?
that party
And where are
who
the
take
image
out
makeovers
rally in
of,
support of
image
rape.
builders of
BJP
Nusrat
takes out
Jahan?
rallies
Why
in
are they
support
hiding
of
today?
rapists.
What is
You
this
are a
kind of good
party
leadership?
who
No,
we
this
expect
happens
in the
when
country?
did a Trinamool leader not say?
What are
I'll give you one example, of the verbal violence.
Party
Of the verbal violence when your senior most leader, 1 minute, your senior most leader recently was caught. No, 1 second. The language spoken, the language of violence, let me explain this. They say those from the BJP listen and they think this is a joke. They take no responsibility for what their leaders do after that. The words used were, those from the BJP listen. BJP wale sun lo. दूध मांगो तो खीर देंगे, बंगाल मांगो तो चीर देंगे. They think it's funny. Was this the word not used? You think it's funny. And is it not true that 23 days before the attack on Shova Majumdar, didn't BJP leader Arnab Bhattacharya in Nadia say he got a death threat asking him to leave Nadia in 7 days? Are death threats not being given? Yeah, I'll ask specific questions because I know the ground reality.
You have forgotten all these facts. Where are you?
Right.
Farmers are agitating and they're killed. And the minor girls, they are raped. Where are you then? Why are you not raising your voice then?
You think it will work anymore? No, why is I'll ask you, where is the Latvians media today, MR? Which rabbit hole are they hiding in? Will they talk about law and order collapse now? Where is the woke Bollywood brigade who say, I am Hindustan, I am ashamed? Where are they today? Where are they today? Why don't they demand justice for Shova Majumdar? Where are they today? Let's embarrass the hell out of these people. Let's embarrass the hell out of them, MR. Where are they now?
Give me 30 seconds. Arnab, give me 30 seconds.
1 minute, MR and then Anirban. Yeah. I'll give you 30 seconds.
Arnab, usually in your show, I am very happy to come. But today I was very reluctant to come because it is gut-wrenching to see that an old lady being thrashed and beaten to death. And this is what Bengal has come to. This is the Bengal where I studied. This is the Bengal which I grew up. She's brutally killed. And in distant Tamil Nadu, Arnab, distant Tamil Nadu, a dead woman's character has been assassinated who is no less than the chief minister's mother.
Do you even know the facts of the case? Are you even aware
I know the facts of the case and Trinamool's hand is dipped in blood.
By the BJP
Arnab, let Anirban know this. After Hate, you are having bloody hands. Please understand. Sir, I know that Trinamool is the cause of her death. That's all. I don't have to take any explanation from you, Anirban. I know your party, the DNA of your party is steeped in violence. You believe in violence. You throw violence at every step. Sir, you have to have every violence because you people are killing Bengalis. You people are creating the death knell of Bengal. The earlier Bengal is...
No, this is not...
No. We have to rescue Bengal from the hands of these bloody people. These bloody people are responsible for what Bengal is today. We have to rescue Bengal. It is a responsibility.
This is Anirban.
Don't teach us humanity.
Anirban,
don't you want to teach me?
Anirban, today I truly believe, first of all, I believe that when the cycle of violence,
we will have to teach you.
When the cycle of violence reaches a point where there is utter injustice, you have to give the people of this state and the people of the country at least a sense that there is some justice somewhere. The sense today that people are getting is that you can kill anyone. You can kill your political opponent's mother and you'll be enabled, encouraged and emboldened. You think people don't watch. You think you've got the numbers on your side. You think you'll do some polarization. You think you'll do some game. You think you'll say Khala hobe. Khala. Is this a Khala? Is a game.
That is a
Is this a game? Please tell me. No, Anirban, please don't tell me. No, please tell me what kind of game is this?
That is all.
Hey, who are playing the game? Who are playing the
Yeah, everything is fake. Even our death is fake. Shazia.
Come up with the complete facts.
Shazia. What is fake? What is fake? Don't use this word so loosely.
Yeah, can you imagine? She faked the injuries. She beat up herself. She got her son beaten up and then she faked her own death. Anirban, have some shame. कुछ तो खौफ करो. ऊपर वाले का खौफ करो यार. अनिर्बान क्या बोल रहे हो? थोड़ी तो शर्म करो यार.
You have some shame.
You have some sense.
You have some shame which you have none.
थोड़ी तो इज्जत रखो यार.
Practice to have some shame.
एक बुजुर्ग महिला मर गई है. मारा इसको पीटा है तुम्हारे लोगों ने. हाथ जोड़ के माफी मांगो अल्लाह ताला से. ऊपर वालों से. What are you saying? I mean, what are you doing, my friend?
You are
What
bereft
is it?
of any
Where are you
humanity.
going with
What are you
this?
speaking of?
It is so sad.
You are a party.
You know, this is a
who
blot
takes
on
out
our
rallies in
conscience, on our
support of
soul.
rape in
It
Kathua.
bruises us as a people.
You take out rallies
Do you
with
know how
tricolours
distressing
and
it is?
BJP.
Do you know how
You take
distressing
out
it
rallies
is?
with
It
Palash is
disturbs
on the
us.
right, Palash.
It's beyond politics. What BJP? What TMC? What
rightly
BJP?
pointed
What
out, the
TMC?
people are watching.
Where are you?
Don't think the
Basic
people are
humanity.
The
Basic
people
humanity
from
you've
Bharatiya
forgotten,
Janata Party
Anirban.
is
Where are you
coming
living, my
to West
friend?
Bengal and
My
they are
brother.
claiming that the West
कहाँ
Bengal
हो
is
तुम?
on the bomb. But
भूल
we,
जाओ ये
if we are
सब यार.
getting the
क्या कर रहे हो आप
RTI
लोग?
information,
क्या कर रहे हो
RTI
यार? अफसोस
reaction
होता है.
from
मुझे
this
अफसोस हो रहा है क्या हो
government
गया
of West
तुम लोगों
Bengal.
को?
No, I'll tell you. Your slogan is.
Arnab,
Your
इतना
slogan
अफसोस
is.
हो रहा है
Palash,
मुझे.
I'll tell you
I
one
feel
thing.
like-
Palash, I want to ask you, and I want to get Subrashta in. No. Your political slogan is, and today when Sharnali, one of our anchors of Republic Bangla, she went and she was reporting from Nimta. She said in her piece to camera, and I'll repeat it. She said, कि तृणमूल कांग्रेसेर स्लोगान हलो कि बांगला निजेर मेयेके चाय किन्तु लोकेदेर मने एकटाई प्रश्न कि बांगला निजेर माके कि चाय ना You say Bengal wants their own daughter, you use that as a political slogan, but she was Bengal's mother. How did you make this assumption? This is a very, you know, it's horrifying. I mean, the manner in which you've disregarded the death of Shova Majumdar. You've disregarded it. That disregard is even more hurtful today, Subrashta. That disregard. You've disregarded it. You're disregarding it. You think people will move on. You think people will move on. No, Palash.
I remember that after
Conclude
the
the thing.
case,
We are not at all
men
disregarding.
the
We
one
are
who is sitting on
disregarding
the other side of the
lying
plane right
sentences
now.
of the Bharatiya Janata Party. That is the point we want to make.
Was at fault. These are the same kind of men and women, Arnab. After every brutality, the woman has to prove that she was brutalized. And here we are not talking about an ordinary woman. We are talking about a woman who was as old as Shova Majumdar. We are talking about a woman who succumbed to her injuries. We are talking about a woman who has no voice today because she's gone. And look at the kind of politics the verbal politics that is happening on television cameras right now. They don't have the decency to give the person who has left for heavenly abode the last word. This is the culture. Bengal really needs to reflect. If
Madam,
this is the Bengal, this is the cultural Bengal
that
Mamata Banerjee
they are
is
politicizing the
Palash,
whole
I'm
issue.
not done. I'm
We
not
want
done,
the
Palash,
proper
and I'm very
investigation.
interesting on the
Let
other
me finish
side.
that.
You cannot
I'll
kill
tell
me.
you one thing.
You cannot kill me, Palash. I'm sitting on the other end. Have the patience to hear. Nation will never forget what you did to Suzette Jordan. Nation will never forget that this is the same Mamata Banerjee, the notorious Mamata Banerjee of Suzette Jordan's fame, who has no sympathy, no empathy for any woman leader. We
Well,
have
if you
Aruba
expect,
Ganguly sitting here. Ask her how many times has
Well,
she
if you
faced
expect
TMC ghouls when she has gone out to.
if you expect an 85-year-old woman, what you're basically saying is that you ask about proof and she should have said it. You expect an 85-year-old woman who's died to come out, become alive again, and prove that she was beaten. How ridiculous can you get? And you expect that people will move on. I'll tell you one thing, people do not move on when incidents
Arnab.
like this
Let's
happen.
not mince words here.
They just don't.
It is political chauvinism at
They
its
just
peak.
don't.
People will not move on and people
And
did
there are
not
women
move
in
on
this panel,
with
by
the
the
lie
way,
of the
who
Bharatiya Janata
condone
Party.
Well, the country is absolutely shocked, viewers, and viewers, on the other side tonight, as part of our continuing investigation into Vazegate, why I truly believe that beyond Vaze and Kazi, there are a ring of many other people, many other individuals who must also be exposed in a few minutes on the other side.